Welcome to Up to the Minute. It's a Tuesday. Good to have you with us here on the show. It's really nice outside. If you haven't been out yet, beautiful out there, a bit chilly. Every time we have a chilly morning, I'm thinking, is this the last one for the year? Or, until we get winter? Who knows? We'll have to see, but enjoy it while it lasts. We don't get many days like this here in Houston. Dr. Tony Rayo-Sutherland is my co-host this morning. Tony, good to see you.
Good to see you. Yes, it is a beautiful day out there. Perfect for gardening or anything like that, or walking or anything you like to do outside.
It is nice out there. Make sure you get out and enjoy it if you get a chance to do so. Hey, thanks to those of you watching us on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you being here. We're here most weekday mornings when HCC is in session. Next week, we're going to be taking off a morning. More on that later. So that's coming up Tuesday. So keep that in mind. But you can also catch our rebroadcast if you don't catch the live show on HCCTV. We're now on at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. And Tony, they can also find us anytime in social media.
Yes. All you have to do is look for Houston Community College District, not just HCC. Houston Community College District, and go to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all over the place over social media, and follow us, and you'll get to see us.
That's right. Okay, there you go. Tony, stick around because you'll be interviewing this next guest. Dr. Cyril Anoka is the professor of physics and astronomy. He's the chair of the Department of Natural Sciences. Good to see you, Dr. Anoka. How are you? All right, we're going to be with you very shortly, so stick around. We're looking forward to hearing about all your programs there. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, we're going to kick things off with you in a few minutes, but right now it is Tasty Tuesday. We've got a special guest joining us. Lung Lee is the owner and chef of 93 Til. Welcome to the show, Lung. Being that it's Tasty Tuesday, maybe you can tell us a bit about the restaurant there.
Hey, Todd. Thanks for having me. So I'm owner of 93 Til. We're a record bar here in Montrose. We do seasonal food and cocktails. We play vinyl strictly, and we're open 6 days a week, close on Mondays.
Now, the vinyl thing is what caught me because, of course, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I had vinyl, and then I got rid of it in the 90s because I thought, hey, CDs are the way to go. And then the 2000s roll around, and it's like everything's uploaded into a cloud. Now, about 10 years ago, I went and bought another vinyl stereo. So I have a whole incredible stereo system. So I collect vinyl once again. I've got a problem with that. My wife won't let me buy anymore at this time. But you guys have a pretty large selection there. Do you play the vinyl? Do you sell the vinyl? What is that all about?
We play the vinyls. We do have a little basket with for sale, but it's like $2 vinyls that we have extras or whatever. But for the most part, it's just all from our collection.
Now, tell us about the menu, because this is a place you can go to relax, listen to some music, and grab a drink. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's all shareable plates. The menu changes seasonally. It rotates, a couple of times a season. So nothing's on the menu too long. We try to play with the seasons. I get everybody involved in the kitchen. We all come up with dishes and throw it on the menu, see how it works.
Now, your bio said that you started off as a sushi chef, but then you moved to the West Coast and the East Coast and even Japan before coming back to Houston. Tell us a bit about your journey.
Yeah, I started here in Houston. I started at Uptown Sushi. They gave me an opportunity. I did sushi here for about 4 years till I realized I didn't know anything about cooking. Then I moved to Oregon, went to Oregon Culinary Institute. That's where I kind of learned my chops, and worked for a few good chefs out there before making my way to New York and a little stint in Tokyo.
And you're back in Houston. The restaurant is called 93 Til. What's the significance of the name?
So 93 Til is named after a Souls of Mischief song. When I was talking about this concept with my friend, I was telling him that me and my parents moved here in 93 to Houston. I'm opening up a record bar, and immediately he's like 93 Til, and then it clicked. It's like same genre of music I grew up on. It's a record bar, and that song means a lot to me, especially from the West Coast.
Now, music plays a big part in the restaurant. We're going to get to the food in a second, but if people go there, is it a wide array of music? Do you play old school, new stuff, a mixture of both? What can they expect to hear?
A little bit of everything. I tend to play more funk and Afro-funk, jazz, a little hip-hop, but I mean, we got to cater to the crowd. You know, we have everything: rock, world music, indie, electronic.
You're running a restaurant, but you also are spinning vinyl. Somebody's got to go flip the record, change the record, do something. Who's in charge of that? Do you rotate, take turns? Do you bring in a DJ? How does that work?
That responsibility falls upon the bartenders, unfortunately, but or fortunately. But yeah, they have to mix drinks and then all of a sudden turn around and flip the records, but it's good on them.
So the bartenders have double duty as a DJ, it sounds like.
They do, yeah. They don't sign up for it, but I make them.
Well, hey, you know, it's a little bit of extra, you know, it's always fun to be everybody. It seems like everybody I met either was a DJ or wanted to be a DJ. So, you know, that kind of fulfills that thing. You get to make drinks and DJ. And speaking of drinks, you also have a lounge. So cocktails play a big role. What are some of the cocktails that are your specialties on the menu?
So our bar manager, Tim Vaughn, he comes up with our seasonal cocktails. Everything switches time to time. It depends. Right now he's been like fermenting figs and strawberries and pineapples for this upcoming menu. So yeah, it's kind of exciting.
And your food is also a big deal. You've got a demo that you made for us earlier, a duck torta. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, so the duck torta took a place of our chicken sandwiches, which is I don't know if you guys can see it, but
yeah,
it's our new dish, one of the new dish for our restaurant, and it's 24-hour cured in Mexican spices, and then we confit the duck. Then it's a black bean puree that we make, and we ferment our slaw in an escabeche type of slaw, and cherry tomatoes and crema on top.
So is that slaw more like a kimchi or something?
No, it's not. It's not like spicy like that, but it's a little bit more tart. It's got a little more funk to it.
And hold up that sandwich again, because that's about one of the biggest sandwiches I've ever seen. So that's a pretty good size one that you could share with someone.
Yeah, it's a pretty big sandwich. We get our bread from Taqueria Arandas. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. Where are you guys located? What part of town, and how can people find you?
We are in Montrose part of town. We're across from the Manil. We're off of Mendel, and people can find us on 93-til.com.
Okay, so we'll have that social media post we'll have your information in our social media post where they can find you. And from what you're telling me, it's kind of a lot of surprises because your menu's always rotating. Is that right?
Yeah, we kind of have the kind of same mentality as our records. You know, it's not going to last all day. You're just going to hear it once, savor it while you can.
What is your most popular dish you have there that people can't get enough of?
Right now it is the duck torta. Before it was the chicken sandwich. I mean, people almost riot when we got rid of it, but hopefully they like the duck torta just the same.
All right, it sounds good. I want to get down there and try the duck torta and check out some of the music you guys are playing. Lung Lee, he is the co-founder and co-chef of 93 Til. As I mentioned, we'll have some information where you can find him in social media on our Facebook page and our social media post after the show. Thanks, Lung. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care.
Bye.
We're going to turn things over to Dr. Tony. And Tony, you're going to be interviewing one of our professors of physics and astronomy. So if you're interested in studying the stars, check this out.
Yes, we have Dr. Cyril Anoka. He is professor of physics and astronomy and also the chair of the Department of Natural Sciences. Welcome to the show, Dr. Anoka.
Good morning, Tony.
Well, you know, there's a a lot of disciplines that's under the Division of Natural Sciences. We just named a couple, but what are the different disciplines under it? And tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah, the natural sciences at HCC comprise of different departments. The physics, we have astronomy, we have geology, we also do have technical math. And we did have horticulture, which we are trying to teach out and move to a different program right now. So those are the departments we have under the Natural Science Division at Houston Community College.
Well, I think it's fascinating, especially astronomy, because you're looking at the stars. It's stuff that, you know, it can be, I mean, I know that it's got a lot of heavy math and all that kind of stuff with it, but it's just a beautiful thing to look at. And then I personally have always liked geology. I don't know why. It just was something fun to look at rocks and try to figure out what they were and all that kind of stuff. So tell me, have you had a whole lot of people interested in the natural sciences, or what's happening?
Yes, the astronomy, the interest in astronomy has really is off the hook right now. All our astronomy classes are filled up. We probably will be hiring more full-time faculty to teach our astronomy. And don't forget, we have experts in this field. We have a lot of adjuncts from NASA that is teaching, about 6 of them. So our students get a good experience with the astronomy program. And almost all of our instructors they are all qualified to teach this program. So students' learning experience has been great with the astronomy. And the geology also is very good. Our students have been offered a scholarship from universities around within Houston and outside Houston. So most of our students, they do have a scholarship to continue the program once they leave HCC.
And I know with HCC, you have smaller classes, so you can have more fun, more hands-on stuff.
Right. And of course, the physics program is one of the best program, because most of our engineering students, you won't take engineering without passing through the physics department. And also, if you are going to most of the medical sciences, you want to be a medical doctor, pharmacy, or you have to also pass through the physics department to take college physics. So the physics program has been rock solid at HCC.
You know, you have to know, believe it or not, you actually have to know a little bit about physics in just everyday life.
That is correct.
I mean,
whatever goes up must come down. So your physics has everyday application in our lives.
There you go. Well, now, how has COVID-19 affected your programs?
COVID-19 has really affected our program. Prior to the COVID, we never actually thought we'd be teaching our core physics classes online. We did have some online presence with our astronomy and also with the geology program, just about 20-30%. But with the COVID hitting, we're actually one of the first to transit to online even before it was made known to everyone that will be going online. We started preparing 3 weeks prior to that day on 2020, and we were able to cope very well. We have state-of-the-art lab equipment that we purchased, and students take this lab equipment home, and they will be able to perform real lab, not virtual lab, real lab, hands-on at home. And they have been very useful here at HCC. So even though with the COVID, the students did have experience they were supposed to have even in classroom. And the program is still getting stronger.
Well, that's wonderful. So what are the lessons that you guys have learned about these different challenges for COVID?
The lesson we have learned is that don't completely just say, no, you won't do certain things. It is always good to try several options. Now, give and take, our online presence will still be there, even though we want our students to come back home, but we'll find out that some of the students still want to remain home for several reasons. It might be probably right now, we know that the cost of gas is expensive, so they might want to stay home to save on gas. And some of them really like the learning experience online, while some do want to come back to campus. Specifically in our physics program, we are about 90% back on campus, so I will still kept about 10% online to give them the choice that they deserve. And also our geology and the astronomy. Astronomy will have about 60-40 online in person. And we do also have a good, a big telescope right at our Fraga campus. This was donated to us a couple of years ago, and we are making good use of it. Students can be at our different campuses, log into the Fraga campus telescope and see the sky in real time.
So you don't have to be at that campus. You can electronically see it at home or whatever through.
That is correct. And you can electrically see it. You can also visit the campus and see it right there on campus.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I love to go look at the stars, but I don't have a telescope. I don't have all that kind of stuff. And or I'd have to drive to some place that has it or whatever. But that sounds really neat. I like that. Now, do you have to take a course to be able to see all this?
It would be nice if you take a course so that you can understand the terminology, but you do not really need to take a course to see the stars.
Oh, it's wonderful. Okay. So now looking forward to the future, what are you guys thinking about education, science education? I mean, you had to do some changes. Do you see it as a positive way to change the way to teach, or what have you learned about that? What are you thinking?
I learned that it is always good to give our student the option, and they are taking advantage of that option of either in person or virtual. And learning is to us is very important that our students will be able to meet up with the challenges that we are facing, and they'll be able to also compete wherever they go. So whether they take online or in person, they are getting the best education from HCC, from our department.
So it sounds like no matter if you're online or in person, you're still going to get that personal touch. You're going to get that, and you can actually still do the labs and all of that, even if you have to do it at home, right?
Yes, that is correct. And thanks to our school system, they spend thousands of dollars to purchase these equipments.
Excellent.
Because they want the best for our students.
Wonderful. I get NASA. I mean, you can't get any closer to what astronomy professionally is all about than going to NASA, right?
That is correct.
So good. You're learning. They're learning from all kinds of professionals on different levels. So that is wonderful. Yes. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We greatly appreciate it. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it's not the area I went into, but it was something that I was very fascinated about. So if you just want to, check out something about that and take it as an elective, hey, why not?
Tony, thank you for having me on this show this morning.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. And we are going to have information about how you can take courses in the Department of Natural Sciences in our post after the show.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you both. Tony, we're going to talk about a few announcements we have going on. First off, a media arts lecture series is happening. This is going to be Houston Media Source will be the special guest. Houston Media Source, public access cable television programming created by citizen producers 24 hours a day. Not only provides these producers with a place to exhibit their work, but it gives these creative individuals the training and the equipment, most importantly, they need to create their pieces of work. Registration's required for the virtual event. It happens noon to 2 p.m. Wednesday, April the 20th. That's tomorrow. You can email Jenny Waldo if you have some questions. We'll have her information after the show in our social media post. Okay, dream state analysis and interpretation from HCC's counseling department is coming up as well, Tony.
Yes, the spring series of mental health and wellness Zoom webinars for the HCC family will highlight individuation, not individual, but individuation. This is the process by which a person becomes a psychological individual, a separate entity, recognizing his or her innermost uniqueness, paving the way to become one's own self or self-realization, which is distinguished from ego-centeredness. So it's learning about yourself, but not being a narcissist. Okay. So anyways.
All right. We'll go with that. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good to me. I mean, okay. So Wednesday, which is tomorrow from 11 to noon, there'll be a Zoom meeting, and we'll have information for that in our post after the show.
Okay, Culinary Arts Lunch is coming up. HCC culinary students prepare and serve a set menu each week for their a la carte cuisine series. The $20 lunch is for one seating at 11:30 a.m. It's 11:30 this Thursday, April the 21st. It's in the new Culinary Arts building. Email the chefs, Charles Rucker or Chef Christy Sykes, to register. We'll have some information in our post after the show. Okay, sports, exhibitions, art, all that comes together at the West Loop Art Gallery.
Yes, visual arts faculty member Brian Gardner has an exhibition there of paintings, and it's entitled Sports. So if you like sports, but you also like art, go see that. It's on display at the West Loop Gallery, and it's going to be there through May 9th. And it's at the West Loop Gallery, HCC Southwest. And it's a free event. And if you want more information, go to rolando.reina@hccs.edu. And we're going to have that information in our post after the show.
Here's a trivia question for you. Before it was an art gallery, do you know, Tony, what the location of the art gallery was before?
Something tells me it was fast food, the machine.
Well, you're close. It was a bunch of food machines. Yeah, that had like vending machines in there, and it was being barely used. And Dr. Garza, the former president, turned it into an art gallery, and that's what remains there today.
Much better.
Yeah. So check them out. They got
I don't know.
The sports exhibition is ongoing through May 9th there right now. Okay, free groceries continue in April from HCC's counseling department, and they're teaming up with Houston Food Bank. In fact, the food bank's trailers are now staying on HCC campuses throughout April. So anyone from HCC, faculty, staff, students, anyone can sign up to receive free groceries. Just choose the campus, the date, the time to pick up your food. It happens 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. daily through April, all this month. We'll have a link in our post after the show how you can register. It's pretty easy. You go to the website, you register, you set a time, location, and then go pick up your groceries. Okay, fall schedule is now open. Registration is coming soon. The schedule, you can go check it out online, Tony. But if you want to register, you're going to have to wait till next week.
Yes, till Monday, April 25th. But if you're, there is priority registration right now for vets and the Eagle Promise program. But otherwise, just look at that schedule, figure out what you want so that Monday, April 25th, you just go in there and register. You already know what you want and it'll be easy. And, like we say, we have all kinds of ways to learn. There's online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, in-person, hybrid lab, all kinds of ways. And we've really gotten good at both. Online and in person. Yep. So you can't go wrong either way. Just what do you prefer and register for it.
Yep. Go to hccs.edu/apply to register today. Get in early Get your financial aid in order and get set for fall 2022. One special announcement. Next Tuesday, we will not be on the air with Up to the Minute because HCC is having our State of the College event that's happening at Hilton Americas. And you'll be able to view that event online after it's over with. So you can check our YouTube channel. I'm sure we'll post some links in social media as well. That's next Tuesday. So no Up to the Minute on Tuesday. Okay, tomorrow on the show is Wednesday, and we have a monthly visit from a special guest, Tony.
Yes, our HCC Chief of Police, Michael Benford, will be with us. So it'll be very interesting to see what news he has to tell us.
Yeah, he's also always got some good safety tips, especially in these days and ages, because I don't know about you, but there's some crazy stuff going on around this city. On the news, you see it every day. Road rage, people are getting robbed at like the Galleria. People are getting shot at the Galleria. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. So now more than ever, you really want to watch your surroundings and be careful wherever you go in Houston.
I don't know if COVID caused this, but I think people are crazy all over. You just got to really be careful. Watch out, and so the tips from the chief is very important. You got to stay on alert.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow, Sade will be guest hosting with me tomorrow, and we'll be remote. But we'll be back in the studios on Thursday. So we'll see you tomorrow live, 10 a.m. right here for Up to the Minute.